Hey guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm really excited to share all the products that I've hit pan on, and these are all products that I've hit pan on since my last products I've hit pan on video, which I did back at the end of August of last year. Realistically, I thought I would have so many more products to talk about by this time, and even in that video I had asked if I should do these seasonally, but when the time came around I had like 2 pans in my whole collection. So yeah, I'd love to be able to hit pan on more items in the next 6 months. That's something that I want to maybe try to work on. But you guys also may know that I have a goal of I have a goal of finishing 50 makeup products from my collection this year also. So it's gonna be difficult to kind of try to find that balance, but I do think that's really important because it shows that I'm using what I have and then finishing up things too. So I gotta figure out how to find that balance, but I am definitely going to kind of prioritize that over the next few months. And yeah, I don't know why I'm like sharing all this information with you guys, but I am really excited to share with you everything that I have hit pan on since my last video. If you're at all interested, definitely go check out all of my products I've hit pan on videos. The first one is so cringe because I was literally when I first started my channel. And then the second one, I like that one a lot because Patrick actually had a couple things to share in that video too, so that was a lot of fun. And yeah, so the third one was the most recent, and I have a lot of those products still within my collection that I've talked about on all of those videos, but I like to keep these fresh and talk about the newest pans in my collection in addition to those videos. So let's just hop into it. I gotta stop rambling and ramble about something with purpose, so let's just hop right into it. I had 2 pans in my ABH Modern Renaissance palette back in my last iteration of this video, and I have a third pan to share with you guys today. So I did have pan in Tempera and Primavera, so these 2 shades, but my newest pan is this guy right here. This is Burnt Orange. So 3 pans in this palette at the moment, which I'm super, super happy about. I'd love to work on hitting more pan in this palette. I can imagine Vermeer is super close. Bonfresco must be really close as well. But this is definitely something that I'd love to hit more pan in. Hopefully I roll this into my Pan Those Eyeshadows project super soon because I would really, really like to see more pan happening in this since it is getting on or maybe right at that 2-year mark, and these do start to go bad around then. So yeah, I would love to see more pan happening in here, but I am really happy that there is a third pan already. Plus, this has never been in a project pan. This is just a palette that I naturally find myself gravitating towards and using, so it's super cool that I have 3 pans without ever actually prioritizing this palette. Next up, I have a Colourpop single, and it's this shadow right here called Paper Tiger. There's the bittiest, littlest pan ever, and I hit this actually like only a couple days ago. This was in a project pan and my goal was to hit pan on it, but I ended up finishing up that project before hitting this goal. So I'm super happy that I finally hit pan on it. So there is just the like tiniest speck of pan ever in it right now. And I will of course continue to grow this pan over the coming months and especially into the fall time. But I'm so happy, and I love a little bit of surprise pan. So that was super exciting for me. I do have another surprise pan product as well. This is from the Colourpop and Kathleen Light's Dream Street palette. This is in my Pan Those Eyeshadows at the moment, but it's not the eyeshadow that was in that project or that currently is in that project that I have pan on. At least not yet. I'm really hoping to hit pan on it soon. But the shadow that I actually do have pan on is the shade Magical, which is this like creamy orange kind of shade. It's a beautiful transition shade, at least on my skin tone, especially when I'm doing warmer tone looks. I really do find myself gravitating towards that shade quite a lot. So it makes sense that I did hit pan on it, but it wasn't a priority, but it's a nice little like bonus extra pan. And it's kind of cool to see that I've been hitting pan on shadows in my collection outside of my Pan Those Eyeshadows, and it's because I'm working on like this palette kind of as a whole. I'm not just choosing to only use that eyeshadow from this palette, but I'm really trying to dip into as many shades as I can to really play with this palette and prioritize that one shade, of course, but like integrate that shade into so many different looks. So I'm really excited that I did hit pan on this, and it's keeping me super motivated to be able to hit pan on that shade Spark that's in my Pan Those eyeshadows at the moment as well. I have only one non-eyeshadow product to share, and it's actually just a lip balm. It is the Key Lime Pie Lip Balm from Lush. I really do like this, but I don't generally love tub style lip balms because I just don't like getting my finger dirty. So I keep this by my bedside table, and I have managed to make quite a big dip in here. I've managed to hit quite a lot of pan, which I'm really excited about. I, of course, still have so much product left in here, and it's gonna take me quite some time to finish this up, but this is a really good hydrating lip balm. It doesn't feel too heavy, and I love the scent because I love citrusy flavors and citrusy scents and everything citrus. So yeah, this is a really great lip balm, and it's something that I've been enjoying and just reaching for naturally. And then I do have products that you guys are pretty familiar with because these were all in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan, but that's okay. I'm really excited to share these with you. The first two eyeshadows, actually, they come from the Colourpop Yes Please palette. This is just a beautiful warm tone palette, and I've got two different shadows that I've hit pan on in this, and both from that project as well. So the first one is Full Zip right here, which is just a great nude everyday kind of shadow. And then the next one is called Champs, which is actually really similar to that shade from the Dream Street palette. So it makes sense that as soon as I hit pan on this one, I kind of moved over to the shade in the Dream Street palette and hit pan on that one as well. So yeah, really happy with the way that this palette's looking. Of course, I'd love to continue hitting pan in this palette, in addition to all the palettes that I'm talking about, because that's really the point of my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan that I'm doing this year. Yeah, I am really happy about those. That's two goals that I hit already in this project. And then another goal that I did hit in this project is from my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. The shade that I was focusing on is this one right here in the middle, and I did hit pan on that relatively quickly, I think within a couple months. And it's called Lazarus, and like I said, I just really want to keep hitting pan in this palette. Every time I talked about this in my Pan Those Eyeshadows, I really did say I want to just focus on getting this used up and out of my collection eventually. I do want to continue hitting pan in this palette, and this was a really good reminder to reach for this. So I have reached for it even since it's been out of that project. I found myself really reaching for it, and I don't know, maybe I'd be able to naturally hit pan on some of these shades. We shall see. We shall see. And the final product that I currently have pan on is from my ABH Subculture palette. I adore this palette. You guys know I love this palette so much, even though it is a little bit controversial, but I do have pan thanks to my Pan Those Eyeshadows project as well in the shade New Wave. Again, I would love to keep hitting pan in this palette. I can see pretty good dips in several of these shades, like Axis and Edge have really good dips, so does Dawn, and I can just imagine that whether it gets rolled into that project or not, I probably will end up hitting pan on several more shades in this within this year. This palette just so inspires me, and I just feel like this is such a good staple in my collection, especially when I'm going for those darker mattes. This is just like where I run to. I love this palette so much. So I'm so happy to see some pan in it, see some major love in it over the beginning of this year. And yeah, that's actually everything that I've hit pan on, which I don't think that it's disappointing. I think it's really good that I'm always hitting pan in my collection, but I would love to see more diverse grouping of things that I hit pan on. So over the next 6 months, I really do want to focus and shift my focus to hitting pan on products as well as using up products. So I don't know how I'm gonna find that balance, but I am really excited to kind of just try to challenge myself. So I know that there wasn't a ton of variety of products in this video, nor were these even like new products for you guys to see, but I hope that just seeing some pan in my collection keeps you motivated to keep working on your collection, because that's really what these videos do for me. They make me really excited to reach for things that maybe I've forgotten about, or hit pan on things that are super close already. And so I really do want to keep working on hitting pan in my collection. I think it's such a really gratifying feeling in the oddest way. I don't know why, it just feels like a big sense of accomplishment for me. But yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this video. Let me know in the comments down below what products you've hit pan on recently. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Bye guys.